Hi, I'm Kelly Ngai, and with Mickey Lish, I'm one of the creators of The House on Hordy Hill and its sequel, The Magician's Map. So in The Magician's Map, Hetty and Spencer go with their grandfather John, their cousins Jelly and Max, and their old friend Mrs. Powell to a festival of magic. And there Hetty is marked with a mysterious map in her skin that could lead the way to a long-lost item of immense power. So I'm going to read from chapter 3 of the book. The gang have been travelling through underground magical tunnels called the Slip, and they've been guided by a distant cousin called Ewan and his magic cockatoos called Chit and Chat. "Are there ghosts down here?" Max asked, shrinking into Jelly's side. Ewan gave Max a reassuring shake of the head. "There may be ghosts and poltergeists floating around the vaults, but those troublemakers aren't getting into the Fantasticana. We've put up protective wards to keep them out. Right, Mr. Boo?" He had stopped in front of an immense bricked-in archway. Before it was a black bollard, the top of which was shaped like a horse's head, with a white star on its brow. The horse head put back its ears and snorted. "Why must you insist on calling me that?" "Bucephalus," squawked Chit. "Most famous horse in history," added Chat. "You used to like me calling you Mr. Boo," protested Ewan. Bucephalus whickered. "You're not 8 anymore, Ewan. You're a grown man and a member of the Slight. Act like it. You're rather late." Mrs. Powell lifted up her walking stick. "That's my fault. I don't walk terribly fast." "My apologies, madam," the horse said, more politely this time. "Could you all line up, please?" His tone made Spencer feel like snapping to attention with his chin up and shoulders thrown back. "Who do we have?" "Rani Powell," Mrs. Powell said. "A maker. Welcome. Next." Spencer, Hetty, Jelly and Max all gave their names. Bucephalus was silent for a few moments. "Not on the list." "You're right," Ewan said, "but as soon as we get inside, I'll find Candace, and I'm absolutely sure she'll say they can attend. If they're not on the list, they can't go in." "Mr. Ewan caught himself. "Bucephalus, we can't leave them out here in the Slip. I know Candace will be okay with it, so we may as well go in together." "Why are you so sure Candace will agree?" Ewan waved at Grandpa John. "This is my cousin, John Sang." After a long look at Grandpa John, the horsehead said, "I need to hear him say his name to check whether he's on the list or not." Grandpa John stepped forward. "I'm John Sang." Ewan couldn't help himself. "The amazing John Sang." "Indeed." Bucephalus sounded impressed. "Magician. Welcome." "So can we go in too?" Spencer asked. "There's no contact with the standard overground once you're inside," said Bucephalus. "Not until the Fantasticana is finished. We can't have the wrong people knowing what goes on in here. Do you understand?" Who are the wrong people? Spencer wondered. But Grandpa John simply said, "We understand." "Very well," the horse sighed. "Ewan, make sure you get Candace's approval. I don't want to have to send in someone to throw them out." He directed them to stand on the flagstones in front of the archway, then neighed, "Arms, legs and tails in, everyone." There was a grinding noise of stone on stone as the archway and the flagstones began to rotate in the wall and the floor of the tunnel. It was a huge, secret, revolving door. A clamour burst through from the other side of the wall, the noise of hundreds of people chattering over live music. When the archway and the flagstones stopped rotating, they stepped out into a crowd of people moving around a huge underground cavern. Here was the Fantasticana. So that's just a small taste of the adventure that takes Hetty and Spencer around the United Kingdom. We really hope that you can track down a copy of The Magician's Map at your nearest bookstore or library. In the meantime, keep well, keep reading, and we'll meet you at Hordy Hill.